Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here with a review for Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 13. I know I'm a little late to this review, I apologize, but here we are. I actually really enjoyed this episode. For the most part, I did. I think it's one of the stronger episodes of this season. I might even go as far as saying it might be the best episode of this season for me. I know I did like this episode. We're going to talk more about it throughout the review, but before I do begin, spoiler warning. Big spoiler warning, obviously, if you haven't seen the episode. But with that being said, let's get into it. So yeah, like I said, I did enjoy this episode mainly because there was a lot of urgency, a lot of tension that Fear the Walking Dead has been missing. And I think the people who work on Fear the Walking Dead should look at this episode as a template, because I mean, it was by no means it was a perfect episode. That's not what I'm saying. But if they had more episodes like this, I think the reception of Fear the Walking Dead Season 5 would be a lot better for fans. I'm seeing the majority of the people liking this episode, and that's because a lot of stuff happened in this episode, and there was, like I said, like a sense of urgency and a lot of tension, a lot of build-up, which is good for Fear the Walking Dead and good for, The Walking Dead in general. So again, I did really enjoy this one, and urgency really helped this episode, and I really liked this one because of how much it made me focus, and my eyes were like glued to the screen because of the what was going on. I also really liked the setting. I think they did a really good job with the production design. I was believing what I was seeing. I thought it was incredibly dangerous, and that really helped and add to the experience, because I was watching it. These people were holding guns to each other. We got fumes all over. We got fire. Something might blow up any minute. So there was a lot of good tension there that a lot of the other episodes might have been lacking. That's why I really did like this one, and it kind of stood out for me. And I think I would say it is the best episode of the season, and it kind of felt like a mid-season finale or even a finale or something like that, which it wasn't. It was just like a random episode in the middle of the season, episode 13. I mean, granted, we are getting closer to the end, so they should be doing it, but the first half didn't really have any of this urgency or any of this tension. Even the mid-season finale with the plane, that was okay-ish, but for this one I really did like. But let's talk about that ending with Logan, because when Logan got shot, that also caught me by surprise, and I ultimately did like that feeling. I want moments like that, when you're caught by surprise, or you're just like, you're really shocked at what just happened. Moments like that have been missing. Now, that was like a real quick death and a random death, but it was a character that they've had for a while, and I kind of have mixed feelings about this, because I do feel like they didn't do a really good job with Logan. I like the ending, I like the whole surprise aspect of it, but if you actually look at it as a whole with Logan's arc, like he was introduced in episode 1, and we barely even saw him until the mid-season finale, and in this episode, they try to make it so we can kind of like Logan or kind of understand Logan, and then they just kill him. So I think it just happened. This might sound weird, but too slow and quick at the same time. Like, it was a slow build up. Like, he's been there since the beginning, but then just in this episode, so much happened with Logan, and then they just took him out at the end. So in the grand scheme of things, actually sitting down and looking at Logan's arc, it isn't the best. But I just can't help but like that surprise at the end, because that's something that's been missing and lacking on Fear the Walking Dead, and I did like it when that caught me by surprise. And then the new group, they're definitely interesting. They kind of remind me of the Saviors, because there's so many of them. Like, this is a really, really big group, and I'm curious to see what's going on with them, because we only have 3 more episodes this season, and they just took out like what was supposedly like the villain of this season, that they introduced early on, and now they took him out with 3 episodes remaining, and they brought in a new villain. So I would probably say this is gonna carry on until season 6, unless they just make this a very short arc with only 3 episodes, which I highly doubt, because this is like a really big group, and this could be something that could go into season 6. But I am excited for this group. They definitely seem interesting. And I really hope they close out the season good. I really, really hope they do, because they need to make this new group interesting and scary, and they need to make fans like these people. I mean, not like them, but like them as villains, so that way, season 6 can have some anticipation behind it, and we can get excited for it. So hopefully they close out the season good. This is a great start to it. I did like this episode. I really did, mainly because of the themes and what was going on. But I just really hope they close it out well with this new group. That being said, let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about the episode? Again, my quick final thoughts, I did like it. I think it was one of the best episodes of the season, and I'm excited to see how they close out the season. But I am gonna wrap it up there for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating, and for more Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead videos just like this, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.